remarks about the COP20, that is COP26 that is going on. For some people, they get tired of hearing the conversation about climate change because promises are made. And I personally wonder how we're going to achieve a certain balance, because you have the rich nations polluting, promising monies, the poor nations or less wealthy nations complaining. Let me hear from you for your initial remarks.
I think the problem with COP26 is that it's in danger of being politicized. So for the first few days, it's all about the pomp and pageantry. You know, you have Joe Biden arriving in the Beast, driving through the streets of Glasgow. I'm from Glasgow and I know the city very well. So to see, you know, Joe Biden driving through past my local bakers is very odd. So you have all those optics. You know, the Prime Minister sitting next to David Attenborough, calling him a national treasure, not wearing a mask. There's lots of opportunities for what COP26 is really about to be lost. So for the first few days, you have your leaders in town, you have people sitting around the table, and like our guests were so rightly saying on Zoom, making deals. But now is where the work really begins. And like you so rightly said, high-income countries are always the ones who are making or damaging the environment most. I think the exception to that is India, where they have huge problems with the environment. They have huge problems with air. I mean, today, the day after Diwali, their air score is 451 out of 500. That's the highest it's ever been, even though there's a ban on fireworks at the moment. But people have been letting off fireworks over Diwali, so the air quality is so poor that even perfectly healthy people will get sick. So India has a real problem with polluting the air, right? So they're probably the only middle-income country, I would say, that isn't as guilty when it comes to climate change. But when you look at the UK, the US, Australia, China, they are the ones who are emitting the most gases, who have the furthest to go, but also they have the capacity to go further, to make sure that we get to net zero, to make sure that we stop global warming at 1.5 degrees and it doesn't get any higher. So the negotiations that happen with the low and middle income countries and the high income countries are what happens now with actually the underlings